Yes, people, and we are here for the first of many streams that will talk in which we will talk about AFCON 2025. Now, we're starting in Morocco this year. Morocco hosting a tournament, and with about a week away right now, we thought it's a perfect time to start off AFCON coverage on all three of our channels: Waffle Dawn, Hannah Sports Chat, and Football Overseas, as well as Mark MUFC. So shout out to Mark. So yeah, but before we get properly underway, Abs, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. You know what? It's nice to collaborate with this tournament. AFCON. AFCON's very. I think AFCON football, is very underrated. I don't think it gets enough exposure. And you know what? Sometimes you have to promote these teams as well. It's not just about Europe, World Cup, etc. Do you know what I mean? Africa is a crazy massive continent with so many countries, and people like to say Africa is a third world developing country, but it's got some of the most richest what's the word I'm looking for? This cream probably came from Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of the richest refineries and all of them kind of things there. And you know what? Big up to Africa, man. So yeah, I'm here representing my team, Ivory Coast. But yeah, man, I love it. Big up.
Yeah, and then Carl, what are you saying? You all good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just buzzing, getting to represent Africa, seeing African football. First time in every 2 years. It excites me seeing the goals, seeing the reactions, seeing their predictability in their predictability. Yeah, and I'm ready. I'm buzzing, and let's see what the 24 teams have for us this AFCON, because I know Ivory Coast is defending the trophy and other teams as well. So let's see. Big up to all of you. Big up to Watford. Big up to Hanno. Big up to every host that is coming onto the show, because we are bringing to our fans the best quality predictions in Africa, from South America, from South Africa to England to Kenya and to the whole world. Yeah.
Nah, big up, man. Mark was it, then he disappeared now, so don't know.
Yeah, he's not.
Back now.
Yeah, he's not at home, so he's probably going to be jumping in and out.
Wi-Fi problem.
But yeah, we continue.
Here we go.
Yeah, big up, Mark, man.
Big up, Mark. Hope you're doing well.
Shout out to Football Overseas in the building. I'd be having breakfast too the same way, bro. Big up. You know it is.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? How y'all feeling?
I'm good, man. Yeah, man. Ready for this.
Yeah, I'm good.
So yeah, let's get to the chat quickly. Yeah,
leave get involved in the chat. Yeah, leave the questions. Let's leave the questions, because we go to the questions. I've starred them, so we get to the question. Just all the other ones we go through.
But do get involved. Let us hear your thoughts and opinions and stuff. Be up boy 10 that says all you need to know about AFCON is that Egypt won't win it. Big claim. That's a big claim that Egypt won't win it. They have a really good chance. So yeah, I want Salah to lose and Mane to win. Well, to be fair, I just to shut down the Salah prop. Let's go Senegal. Well, Senegal is a team we will talk about, but they also have a really good chance in winning this tournament. Okay, I'll start that one. And start that one. Okay, so yeah, let's just have a look at the groups. Yeah, Egypt have won the most, but they haven't won in a long time. When last did Egypt win a AFCON? I think it was.
I think a long time. No, not 19th. I think in the 2000s, those, but they haven't won in a long time. It is sad considering the talent that they do have.
Yeah, 2006. So, is it? Yeah. So, Egypt were 2006, so they haven't won it in a long time. So, yeah. But yeah, Nems, you got the link if you want to join. So, yeah.
Fraud.
So, yeah. Let's go to the groups then. You bring up the groups. AFCON groups. Cool. Let me share the screen. Yeah. So let's share the screen. So I'll just keep tabs of. So how the tournament works, just for quick explanation to the people that want to know. So the top 2 teams go through. Then there's the 4 best third place teams go through, which will lead to then a round of 16. Because will lead to a round of 16, I think. No, round of 24, round of 16. Now round of 16.
No, round of 16, and then round of 16 and quarterfinals. No, there's no round of 32. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Then okay, cool. So let's start. Group A. You've got Comoros, Mali, Morocco, and Zambia. So, Comoros, Mali, Zambia. So let's start with those. Morocco, probably the favorites to win the whole thing. In my opinion, I think Morocco, they've got home advantage. Probably the best squad in Africa in terms of players that play in Europe, as well as outside outside of Africa. So yeah, Morocco is a very good team, and I expect them to win all their games. Really, they should win. But we have to note Morocco last won the AFCON in. Have Morocco ever won the AFCON? Don't think they ever have.
I think they have.
I'm gonna find a list, of teams that's won the AFCON. So teams. Can you make the screen a bit bigger as well, please, H, because it's a little bit small.
Yeah, they've won AFCON in 1976.
1976.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, 1976.
Yeah,
that's when they last won the World Cup, the AFCON. Sorry.
Wow.
I was about to sleep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it has been a long time.
Yeah, the last one when Abs was a little kid. So. Yeah,
that's
when
I
don't even know where Africa was.
That's where I was. That's when I was born.
Yeah, crazy.
You were born at that time.
So
yeah.
That's my year, bro.
So yeah. Carl, or Abs, you guys want to chip in on Morocco?
Yeah. So I was checking about how Morocco performed in the last AFCON. What I checked on is that Morocco topped the group. They topped the group with 7 points. Then they were knocked out in round of 16. Morocco's performance, they were knocked out by South Africa in 2024. It was a 2-0 game. They should have performed better, but yeah. So they dominated round of 16. They dominated that group where DRC Congo is in. So it is surprising that they're meeting DRC Congo again. Wait, no, they're not meeting DRC Congo. Yeah, so they're playing against Zambia again, as they did in the last AFCON, which is could it be deja vu? Could Zambia beat Morocco, or could Morocco just roll over Zambia again? Then also they performed well in AFCON. They're just unlucky in the knockout stage. In the World Cup qualifiers for the recent AFCON, they dominated that group. They finished with 24 points. 104 points if you don't take away the points from the place that they've gained against. So Morocco is a very strong team, that one I know for sure. In terms of readiness, if I was going to get their readiness out of 100, I'll give them 70 out of 100. Yeah.
Mm.
I hear it. I
Yeah,
hear it.
they're best prepared compared to others here.
So yeah.
You know the crazy thing though, yeah. Hakimi won't be playing in the tournament. So
No, he has been called up. No, he has been called up.
he has been called up.
Yeah, he's been called up.
But isn't he still injured? I think he is.
Yeah,
he's still
he's sort
injured.
of still injured, but I believe he's been called up.
He's been called up, but he hasn't traveled to Morocco.
Yeah. He hasn't.
Morocco's got good. You know what? They got some good teams. You know, Mazraoui, Diaz, Amrabat, Onayi,
So
Konos.
Yeah,
They've got some. They got some very good players. Yeah. Will they win the tournament though? I'm not too sure. I think, you know, I think they're gassed their group. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. As I said, I'm not really too knowledgeable about the teams here, but yeah, they're a good team. But the problem for me is that they haven't won it since 1976. You know, and that's a long time
they
ago.
have massive pressure.
Yeah,
there's a lot of pressure on them, really.
100.
But Mark, your thoughts on Morocco, and then you can go on to your team, Mali.
Well, I mean, I think Morocco is a very strong team in this group. I think they have a very versatile squad. I would say in terms of a solid team that will give out performance it could depend on would be Morocco. You know, I don't think there's the most attacking team in the group, but I certainly think they're very strong, and because they're strong defensively and in the midfield particularly, I think that's where they will usually start their counter attacks and be able to dominate games in some instances against some of the teams in this group, like Zambia and Cameroon and possibly even Mali. You know what I mean? But for me, I think when you look at them being hosts, they have also the crowd favor, you know, the home. So they have all that support. All that will boost Morocco, in my honest opinion. So I think they're very strong in this tournament. I expect them to qualify out the group. Is how they fare against the opposition in the next round, which is around the 16 knockout. Depending on who they receive, is where they will go to the final or the semi-final, if not, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. Big up Gershon, big up. So Morocco and Mali to go through. We'll go on to Mali. Mali, a team that's a bit underrated in some respects. They've got a physical midfield, that's one thing. But Mali, you've got Basuma. You
got Haider as well, you know.
Haider there as well. So yeah, they're gonna make it tough for whoever they play against. That's the big thing. So yeah, but Mark, you know, of course, Mali a bit more well than us, so take it away.
Well, I mean, I just fancy the team. I think they're a very interesting team in the African Cup of Nations, and in the recent years, what they've been doing, they went to a young squad and they remodeled their football around a young team, playing an attacking team. I think they play more likely a back three with four across the midfield, so it's 3-4-3, something like what Man United has played. And I think they've been doing pretty well in that facet. You know, with Yves Bissouma in the center of the midfield, they've been very strong. They also have Haider who plays in Salzburg, another interesting player, physical guy, good on the ball. So I think Mali will pose a threat to anyone. They're strong in the midfield. They have good players in defense, and they have an interesting left wing attacking player called Nenny Dorgalis. Now he played at Fenerbahce now, but he was at Salzburg last season, and he's very good. He proven in Europe. He's done well against his opponents. He might not be the lightning electric player that a lot of people like to see, but he gets the job done versus one. So I expect Mali to be a shock team in this group. I think this group favors Mali a lot. The test would be the opening game against Morocco, which I think is the biggest hurdle. If they could get a result like a draw, which is not unlikely, because as you could see from the last tournament, they did upset a few big teams and they did pretty well, you know. So I expect them to get to the round of 16 out of this group as well. I think Zambia will be an easy test for Mali. Is the difficult game would be Cameroon and Morocco, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that will be the difficult test. Everyone else wanna talk after their thoughts on Mali? Of course, Mali, as you mentioned, their players. We've got some notable players like Yves Basuma, Madou, Hydra, Musa Dinepo as well. If we look at what they did in the last AFCON, which is just more than a year ago, they actually topped Group E, which included South Africa, Namibia, and Tunisia. They topped that group, 2 draws and 1 win. So they can draw. They can sneak the draws. So no, they will do well. Zambia, I think Zambia is a team that could shock this group, I think, because I think Mali and Morocco are the favorites in this. In Zambia, like they've got some good players there. They've got Patson Daka, striker, former Leicester player. Don't know if he's still at Leicester. And then Fashion Sakakala, also there in terms of as a goal threat. So yeah, Zambia are a very good team. I think they will give a few teams difficult if they can qualify. If we look at last AFCON, they were again in a group with Morocco, and they lost to Morocco. They lost to Morocco, but they drew against the Congo and drew in Tanzania. So they are a very good team in also being stubborn and not allowing you to just play through your way through. Kyle, Abs, what do you guys make of Zambia?
Go on, Carl. I don't really know too much about these teams, to be honest with you. So Carl will probably know more than me. He's on mute. You're mute.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I'm on mute. The common situation that you realize when you're live streaming. Yeah, so what I know about Zambia, they are a weak team. Yeah, so they are playing against similar opponents because they're playing against Morocco. They know how Morocco plays due to they faced them in the last AFCON. Even though they didn't perform well in the last AFCON as they expected to perform, they gave Morocco an easy run for the money. So it was an easy win for Morocco back then. And in terms of the World Cup 2026 qualifiers, they faced Morocco in the World Cup 2026 qualifiers as well. And they finished that group with 9 points, 4th place. So it is impressive how they performed, but this is AFCON, anything's expected. So I think Zambia will not perform as well. Any person betting on Zambia to get any point will not get. I think Zambia will be the type where every team will get the easy points. No disrespect to anyone from Zambia, but a weak nation in this group.
Okay. So, what do you make then of Comoros? Because what you think Zambia are worse than Comoros?
If you go by form wise as well, Comoros has had improved in terms of recent form as well. Also, in the World Cup 2026, they performed well as well. They were lucky to not to advance, but I they've kept a respectable distance in the qualifiers for the World Cup. So Comoros is not an easy team. I know you might look at the name Comoros and expect to get 3 points from Comoros, but Zambia is weaker than Comoros. Comoros played against Mali. Mali knows how. In the 2026 qualifiers, Comoros played against Mali, so Mali knows how Comoros plays. Mali finished the group 3 points above Comoros, so yeah, so they can tell you how tough Comoros is by experience. And I know in the last AFCON, Comoros did not play the last AFCON. If I could be wrong,
yeah,
and you can correct me whether did they play in the last AFCON?
Yeah. No, they did not. But in 2021, so 2 AFCON, not the last one, the previous one, they did qualify for the round of 16. So yeah, but let's then, if anyone else have a few more thoughts.
No, not particular.
Move on then.
Make sure you slap the lights, people, as well. Those who are entering the building as well.
So, predictions. In terms of who do you guys think qualify? Top 2 and 3rd place.
Should we go one at a time?
Yeah.
We should do one at a time.
Well, I'll go first. I'll go first. So I think that normally everybody would looking for as football overseas said before, Kyle, basically Morocco and Mali to be the top qualifiers of the group. You know, I don't know much about Zambia, but you know, I think any team that qualify for this last round of African Cup of Nations probably will be strong coming into the tournament to a certain extent. They're prepared. I definitely think that, you know, Comoros, a team that I'm not too familiar with, but I did see them in the previous AFCON before the last one. I think they might possibly pose a challenge and they will be looking to upset one of Morocco or Mali. But like I am saying, I back in Mali to be the top qualifier in the group, along with Morocco, and get to the round of 16. So Mali and Morocco for me, atypical.
Mali and Morocco. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Mark, do you have Zambia in 3rd?
I actually have Comoros as the probable team to get 3rd place because they were strong in the previous AFCON before, and of course, well, with Mali and Morocco, I think they will be the 2 top teams.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I have Morocco, Mali, and Zambia. For me, Kyle, who do you have?
Okay, for teams to advance, I have Morocco. I think Morocco will get 2 wins against Comoros and Zambia. They'll get a draw against Mali. So 7 points, they'll finish on 7 points. Yeah. And then, they'll get a win against Mali and Zambia, they'll get a draw against Comoros, a shocking draw. Then, 2nd place will be Mali, they'll get a win against Comoros and Zambia. So 6 points. 3rd place will be Comoros, 4 points, and Zambia, 0 points.
Okay, so you have the same as Mark. Abs?
No. For Mark, he said that Mali is on top. I said Morocco is on top.
No, he said Morocco top as well. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
No, I said
so.
Mali on top, bro. I
Oh,
said Mali
Mali
on top.
on
He was
top.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Apologies.
you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be different, and I'm gonna go with Morocco and Comoros first and second. Morocco first, Comoros second, and Mali third. I think I think Comoros are the dark horses of this group. And as Mark said, you know, they were strong in like the previous tournament that they played in. So, you know what I mean? I think they might shock a few teams this tournament. So yeah, Morocco first, Comoros second, Mali third.
Mali third. Fair enough. The only one that doesn't have what do you call it? Comoros going through, so or top three. So first. Then we move on to Group B. Now, Group B is a big group. You've got Angola, who isn't a bad team. You've got Egypt. You've got South Africa and Zimbabwe. Angola. We'll start with Angola, a team that has, again, a team that is both on physicality and directness. I think the biggest concern is the attack in terms of creativity and tempo. But in terms of competitiveness, they are very competitive. They are also very strong at the set pieces. Angola. If we look at players that they do have, where is it? They have Gulson Dala, and Gulson Dala plays his football for in Qatar for Al Wakra, so he doesn't play in Angola. I think he's really the star player for them. But yeah,
You got Gaspar as well. He plays for Lecce in Serie A as well.
yeah. So I think they will cause teams trouble. I really do think so. Carl, you will know a bit more about Angola as well. If you're there.
Yeah, those costumes are trouble, yeah.
So, what do you make of Angola?
Okay, so for Angola, yes, let me look at what I got so far. I know that Angola performed well in that group. That's what I know.
Yeah, last AFCON, if I quickly check.
Yeah, they topped their group with 7 points.
They topped that group.
They reached the farthest. Yeah. They reached the quarterfinals. Yeah, so they were the best performing out of that group of Burkina Faso, were Mauritania and Algeria. Yeah, and then also looking at the World Cup qualifiers, they didn't perform well in the World Cup qualifiers because they finished with 15 points. Yeah. And they played with Cameroon. Cameroon performed better. I thought Cameroon was a bit poor in the World Cup qualifiers, but we're not reviewing Cameroon right now. So, yeah. So think about it. I think Angola, in terms of their readiness, Egypt and South Africa are better performing than Angola is in terms of heading into the AFCON. But however, my prediction might be different. Yeah, so we'll wait until the end.
Yeah.
Well, I think sorry to cut you, Hano, but I think Angola is an interesting team, to be fair. More than likely, just because I was watching the last AFCON and I think that they have a few players that remind me, they look sort of like some Brazilian players, but based on Angola, you know, it's not that odd that they would have a stark resemblance to some of the Brazilian players. And they are a well-organized team, in my honest opinion. You know, they're disciplined. and is draw specialist. So I expect them to get through based on the fact that I think they might be able to pull off a draw against probably each of those three teams that they're playing against.
Yeah, no, I think defensively they are a very good team. It's just about that
Creativity
attacking
is
wise.
this.
Can they? Yeah, that I think that's probably one thing for most of these lesser names. It's
So
attack.
I think about Angola is amazing counterattacks. The counterattack is amazing as well.
And the set pieces.
Mm.
Yeah, like those
Yeah,
beautiful set pieces. Wow, they're shocking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if you just watch them, you just enjoy the matches.
Yeah, set pieces. Oh, but good transition on to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have got a few good players. They've got marvelous Nakamba that played for Luton in the Premier League. Knowledge Masuna. I believe where is he now? I believe he played Premier League ball.
Big up the Jack Reacher in the building.
So, yeah, where is he now? He currently plays. Yeah, so I don't know exactly where he plays. He played last in somewhere in the Netherlands, where he currently plays. But they are again a very good team. They are probably gonna finish last in this group, in my opinion.
I wonder why.
Look, defensively they are decent, but the squad depth is their biggest problem, and attacking quality. So, yeah, but they've got the work rate, they've got the resilience.
I know why you quoting the bad performance. We all know they're going to perform poorly in this group.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like, I mean, I love Zimbabwe fan, but they are marvelous. Nakamba playing for them in the midfield. You know what I mean? That Kamba Balak as well.
Kenya.
I think they decent. I think they might surprise people. It have our brother in the chat saying earlier he thinks Zimbabwe will be a dark horse in the group. I don't know if I disagree. I think I might be agreeing with him.
Yeah, but they weren't impressive in group stages, were they? I don't think they were that impressive in the group stages.
No, but it's not about being impressive.
We're qualifying, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but okay. I hear you.
Not the last AFCON 2022. They won a game. I think it was like one of their first ones or something at a AFCON, but they beat Guinea in their last game at AFCON. So yeah, but they could surprise someone, get a draw or something. So yeah, but let's move on then to yours truly, South Africa. Look, I think in some respects, we could top that group ahead of Egypt. But yeah, look, technically we are a good team. Defensively, we do have better lack of depth, but I think we can easily make the knockouts in this group. You've got MarkN in midfield who will shop there. I think he dominates probably each of their midfields, Egypt and Angola. Our big thing is scoring, breaking down and actually taking our chances, because sometimes we don't do that, which does affect us. But I think we easily qualify. Egypt, they are probably our biggest worry in this group. Wouldn't say they slap us, because I think if you look even at previous games, they don't really slap us or beat us in any. They even you look last AFCON, they barely made it out of their group. If Ghana actually fixed up, they probably could have qualified ahead of Egypt because Egypt drew all 3 of their games. So yeah, but we beat Egypt, man. Come on. Angola. I'll get to the comments in this, but yeah, just keep bringing them up. So yeah, Mark. Abs, you watched us in the World Cup qualifiers. What did you make of us as a team?
Yeah, looked all right. I think one of the things that we don't touch on a lot is the goalkeepers in this tournament as well. And I think you've got a decent goalkeeper in it. You know, he made some good saves in that last qualifying game that I watched. The only thing with you guys, man, is that you get a lot of chances, man, and you don't take them. And that can come back to hurt you if you don't take your chances. But I can see you as one of the favourites in this group. When we get down to the nitty gritty, you've got solid players in your team. It's just the finishing aspect that I'm expecting you, man. You know what I'm saying, to be ruthless in this group, innit? And obviously South Africa, you know what I mean? People represent. We've got a lot of South Africans in the chat as well. Big up to you, man, as well. Yeah, big up to Boyten. Big up to Jeffrey. He's not here, but big up to the South Africans and stuff as well. And this guy here, he's saying Egypt will slap South Africa. Can you believe that? The disrespect to the South Africans. Are you not having that? Man, como so. How you say that word? How you say his name? He's saying South Africa is too strong in that group. So I can see.
I don't know. I mean, Mo Salah playing for Egypt. Egypt do also have this brother from Man City, Mamush. I feel like man them forget how strong Egypt is offensively. I do understand. Like, are they just talking or they go and slap man them just so and win the group just so. Bro, this group is a group with a fight. It's a fight in it, bro. Don't make
Mark,
against.
Mark,
no, bro.
No. I'm talking. The comment. I want to read out the comment to you quickly. Yeah. The H Don is saying, "Can we get more energy on the panel? The man them sounded like your wives have stopped you from sleeping last night."
I'm telling you, bro. And I was up till 4, so I don't know. Man, wake up.
Big up, man. H Don and them things there.
No, but see, for real, guys, I think this group is a very interesting group. We can't just say that South Africa is clear winners of this group. I think it's going to be a difficult run. Angola is a strong team defensively. Zimbabwe is no pushovers. They might not be good going forward, but they definitely will give you a lot of fight in defense. So
yeah, but what about the rivalry between South Africa and Zimbabwe as well? Because no one's touched on that as well. That's going to be a fire game as well. Because
that's what I'm now saying here. Them they ain't really putting a promise on really what's going on in this group, because South Africa is a very strong team. Of course, we're not going to say that they was one of the first qualifiers for the World Cup, and that showed that the strength and the show that they inform. But when it comes to this sort of group here, where you're facing the likes of Egypt, who is one of the most attacking teams in AFCON, and then you have Zimbabwe, who is a rival, it's a difficult group for South Africa.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Like Zimbabwe was, especially in the World Cup qualifiers, when they decided when we didn't beat them, and decided to be hard and not fold, they owe us.
Let me ask you guys a quick question. Can I ask you guys a quick question on the panel? Yeah, does this look like the most interesting group in the tournament so far, or we still haven't come across the most interesting?
I think it have one more very interesting group, but I think it's one of the most interesting groups.
But if you ask me,
probably second. This is probably second.
But if you ask me, I think this group there's a lot of upsets that could happen, especially with Angola, Egypt, South Africa, and then we have small teams like Zimbabwe, who's an easy 3-point collector for any of the above three teams. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of upset football that could happen in this group, if you ask me.
Yeah, no,
South Africa
definitely.
can bottle
They
some
always
games.
got the juju. Yeah, that Zimbabwe, they always go somewhere with that. But Egypt, let's speak on
But I don't
Egypt.
think
Probably
that juju. I think for Zimbabwe, I
go
don't
ahead.
think that juju men can travel all the way to North Africa this time to have some juju against South Africa, unless let's say Zimbabwe president is willing to order the flight ticket from Ivory Coast to North Africa. I don't think Zimbabwe will have any juju against South Africa. South Africa is just too strong for this group. Yeah. Yeah.
But going on to Egypt are probably one of the favorites to win this competition because it's North Africa. 7 titles. They haven't won an AFCON in a while, about 11 years. They aren't that really
they're the
good.
most successful.
I don't think they're that
The most
good,
successful,
but I
yeah.
think because they are the tournament is in North Africa, I think they automatically become favorites, Egypt. But they are not that good.
Why everyone writing off Egypt? Why everyone writing off Egypt?
I'm not
why
writing them off.
We're not writing off Egypt. We have just seen Egypt perform, and we would say that yes, Egypt has the talented players, but that's not that good. They're not that good to qualify out of this group.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think they might.
I was disappointed on how they performed in the last AFCON.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah, last AFCON they
should have
topped
better.
that group.
Yeah, easily they should have topped that group. And especially why they didn't top that group.
Yeah, their defense is the big key for them. Because in the World Cup qualifiers they only conceded 2 goals. Scored 20 goals, and stayed unbeaten, didn't lose any game. So they have a really good good defense. So yeah. Yeah, like so many stacked teams that fail. So yeah.
What about this question here? Sorry. What about this question here? Sorry.
No,
guys,
I disagree with these man them on the panel right now, fella. Sorry to cut all bro. I find all the real hating on Egypt, and I's not a fan. I's not an Egypt fan, bro. And I find all the hating on Egypt, and I think Egypt is strong. And I think this year...
I wasn't hating on Egypt.
Well, not you, but I think Hano and Kyle, I know the back end the teams, but you had to be a little bit more open about Egypt, bro. I think you'll have a bit of a struggle against Egypt more than you'll show it. Because when the tournament starts and when Egypt perform...
we're not saying that they struggle. Listen, we're not saying that they'll struggle. We are giving Egypt the respect. We're just saying that Egypt has a talented squad, yes, but
they're not good.
That's AFCON. They're not that good. That's AFCON.
Last AFCON, they could have performed better than they did this AFCON.
Is this Salah's last AFCON, is it?
Exactly.
Last AFCON was last year, 2024.
And he's going to be going into this angle, bro.
Salah. It could be his last AFCON. I don't know if it's top 3 AFCON. Never won an AFCON.
Before we continue, though, can we answer this question here from Skills? Sorry to cut. I know this is a bit mad, but can we answer this question briefly?
I don't know. I don't
Salah,
think so.
Yeah, true. He's not. I don't think he is a top 3. Best in the world? No, there are better players than Salah in the world. But in Africa, I think Salah could be top 5, but not top 3 in Africa.
Who would you put in your top 3 quickly?
In my top 3? Okay, so obviously they'll have a lot of Morocco players as well. So I think people like Lokpa, those guys as well. They are legends of Africans out there that have performed way better than Salah has. So no disrespect to Salah. But
I think George Weah is up there as well. George Weah is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, I think Eto'o, a few of the Ghana legends has to be in there. So I think there are a few. No, not Oshiman. Oshiman needs to win. Yeah, Torah only won 1 AFCON. So I was gonna win it for you. Yeah, to be fair, like so yeah. What's this about? Oh, sorry. Egypt are always strong for AFCON. They just under deliver. Especially the teams that weren't as stacked. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Anyone wanna have last thoughts? I just don't think Egypt will dominate this group. That's what I think.
We need to predict the first 2 and qualifier of this for the thirds. So we need to do that.
Yeah, I was.
No, but you
Where's Mark? Is he still there? I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Is he still there? Oh, he's on mute.
Yeah.
Okay, he's on mute. Okay.
For me, I think we top it. I think Egypt and then Angola.
Woo! What about you, Kyle?
I'll say South Africa, Angola, Egypt.
I'm gonna go with Egypt, South Africa, and Zimbabwe.
I'm gonna go with Egypt, Angola, and South Africa too.
Wow, you man. Okay. I see the energy. Okay, I see the energy.
Yeah.
So,
man.
Mark, you've got Egypt, Angola, South Africa. Okay, I hear you. Abs, you've got what? Egypt.
It means that South Africa will not qualify according to Mark.
Oh, maybe third place team. Who knows? But so, Abs, you've got Egypt, South Africa, and Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
If South Africa doesn't qualify, South Africa doesn't qualify out of this group, I'll come and banter you in quarterfinals, in knockout stage. The way I'll banter you if South Africa doesn't qualify for knockout stage.
Come on, man. We will.
You're so confident.
Let's move on.
I think we will qualify, man. So yeah, Carl, what's yours? Egypt too?
No, it is South Africa, Angola, Egypt. Egypt third, Angola second, South Africa first.
Okay. I like this. Okay, but let's move on then. Carl, you can take over from this Group C.
Yeah, so Group C, we have amazing teams. Even the teams talked about here is we have Nigeria, World Cup bottle jobs. They haven't been in the World Cup for the last 2 World Cups. And then we have teams like Tunisia, Uganda. Big up to Uganda, big up to Tanzania, big up to the East African nations in this group. Whoever is from East Africa, keep a like to this stream because we are here. And yeah, Nigeria is defending runner-up. They bottled it to Ivory Coast towards the end. So, and Tunisia has that experience. They have talented players like Midfield, other players, but yeah, and then we have people like Uganda, Tanzania, the Uganda clients, the Tanzania. Yeah, so pick up to all of those, and we can start off with Hannah. What's your thoughts on Nigeria's performance?
Nigeria, well, it's hit and miss with them, really. It's up and down. Sometimes they deliver, other times they don't. I think they will be comfortable in this group, to be honest, because there isn't really many tough competitors, but they make it usually difficult for themselves. So, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Waffle?
Yeah, so I said Ivory Coast is one of my teams, but Uganda is definitely going to be my second team for personal reasons. I'm looking at this group, and obviously not Nigeria. Nigeria team that they're a weird team, because games they can look magnificent in, and then just other games they're just so inconsistent. They're so inconsistent. But they still have players like Osimhen. Who's that guy? Who's that guy that played for Fulham? What's his name? I've forgotten his name. The midfielder used to play for Arsenal. I've forgotten his name. I can't.
Is it Chuck?
It won't be. They've got
yeah,
got a few Premier League players in their team as well, with some good experience as well. So I do feel that they will get out of the group easily. So yeah, Nigeria is definitely one of the favourites, I think, in this group. Tunisia as well. I think they'll be underrated as well. Tunisia, but I'm wanting Uganda to go through, but we will see what happens, innit? What's going on? Where's oh, okay, Hannah's gonna be away from
so for Nigeria, my point of view is that Nigeria has a talented squad. It's sad to see that they haven't qualified for the World Cup, but here they are qualifying for the AFCON. I think the nation was depressed that they lost to a small nation called the Congo. Like how you are watching the head of the final, Nigerians were confident, they were cocky, saying we'll beat the LC Congo. And then at the end of 90 minutes, you see that the LC Congo ends the hope, and they'll have to wait for another 4 years for another World Cup. So yeah, and then so that they have talented squad. The issue is how they set up, how they play. And Nigeria on a good day, they can play amazing football. On a bad day, they can play vulnerable football. Like against the LC Congo, they played terrible football. But the game before the LC Congo, they played good football to qualify. Again, for the World Cup qualifiers, they were lucky to even go to the Africa finals, because if we're going to stick to normal rules, Nigeria will have finished third in the World Cup qualifiers in that group. Yeah, and in last AFCON, Nigeria struggled in the last AFCON as well. Yeah, so they struggled. They finished second place, runners up in that group. They're the best performing in that group since they went the farthest in the group. It was Ivory Coast the best performing. So the first, I guess that so Nigeria finished 0 points.
Didn't Nigeria win the last AFCON?
No.
Ivory Coast. They did. Ivory Coast.
They reached the final.
Ivory Coast. Yeah.
They reached the final and lose. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Nigeria they went to AFCON since 2013.
Yeah.
They haven't been slacking.
Never won since 2013.
Long time.
Actually, Nigeria has won Nigeria has won 3 AFCON. If you consider in this group, the teams with the most history in terms of winning trophies. I don't think any other team in this group knows how to win as many trophies as Nigeria does.
Yeah.
So let's get to the predictions, people, man, quickly, man. Because this.
Yeah. So I'll start. Yeah, I'll start off. So for my predictions, I'm going to go for Nigeria top with 9 points, Tunisia second with 6 points, Uganda third with 3 points. Ano?
Tanzania at second, yeah.
No. Tanzania is fourth.
Okay.
Tanzania is fourth. Tunisia is second. Third is Uganda.
Tunisia aren't great. I'll give Nigeria, Tanzania, and Tunisia. I think how that group looks right now, I think that's how it will end.
Mark, you with us? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I think the favorite to this group has to be Nigeria. Even though they haven't performed well, I think they will as a team come back to at least do something to show the country and give the country some sort of solace that they didn't qualify for the World Cup. So I think they have some motivation to win this group and go on to play at least try to attempt to make the finals again. But also look out for Tunisia and Uganda. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure, unfamiliar with Tanzania, but I know Tunisia have some interesting players who play in Europe, including Hannibal Medri, who used to play for Man United. And then, of course, they have Uganda, who's an interesting team, been uprising for the last couple of times. And in the last AFCON, they upset a few teams.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna go Nigeria and I'm going Uganda as a second team, man. Just out of bias as well. So Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania, and then Tunisia finished bottom.
Okay. Wait, Mark, who did you have in second? Apologies. What's your second place team? Tunisia,
my second place team was Tunisia. So I went Nigeria, Tunisia, and Uganda third.
Oh, Uganda. Okay, cool. I just wanted to note it down because for the group.
Can I do the next group? D?
Yeah.
Even though I haven't got thing, but I'll just talk anyway. Sure. So can you bring up the screen a little bit, please? So in Group D, we've got Benin, Botswana, DR Congo, and Senegal. Looking at this group, I'm looking at Senegal and DR Congo straight away as maybe the favorites, but Benin, they're underrated. Botswana, don't know too much information about Botswana. Maybe you other guys will maybe able to give us a little bit of information. But as we know, we've got players like Mane that plays for Senegal. Who plays for Congo as well? Someone plays for Congo in the Premier League. Who is it?
Wan-Bissaka. Not only Wan-Bissaka. I think they have a player again who played Wissa. I think Wissa is also from DR Congo.
Oh yeah, but he's not going. He's not going. Apparently, I think he's staying.
That's the change, bro.
Yeah. So you know what? DR Congo, as you know, they were very strong in the in the CAF qualifiers. Did they actually qualify Congo?
In the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs.
They play against the winner between Jamaica and New Caledonia.
Yeah, and they've got Congo.
They go to the World Cup.
Yeah, Congo are very solid defensively. When you look at their team, they got a very good defense. Their midfield is quite combative, and they're very hard team to break down. In my opinion,
and they have a good goalkeeper as well.
True. And I think also what's happening in DRC Congo is that they have a very youthful squad compared to Senegal. The Senegal squad is aging. So yes, I think with Senegal, whoever who said Senegal will cook this group, even me, I'm trying to find how Senegal will cook because If DLC Congo plays the way they played in the World Cup qualifiers, I think Senegal is cooked in this group.
Let me. Can I just say something quickly, please, Kyle? Yeah, when you look at Senegal's players, though, yeah, you've got players like Koulibaly, you've got Mane, you've got Ndiaye, who's one of the, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, in my opinion. Especially the way he plays. You've got Jackson, you've got Sarr from Crystal Palace, you've got Jacobs, who plays for, I think he plays with Galatasaray. You've got Mendy, the goalkeeper. You've got Papa Sarr as well. You've got Idrissa Gueye. They have got Koyata. I don't know, obviously don't play no more, but their team stacked with good players, bro. So they, what I mean, can they be underdogs to actually win this tournament? What you man think?
I think Senegal can they're capable of winning this tournament, but the issue with Senegal is how well will they start game week 1? If they start game week 1 with strong ruthlessness, they can win it. But if they start it with being lackluster or laxia, they'll struggle in this group.
Yeah, but I think the Congo have a good chance, to be fair.
No one's talking about Benin either, though, man. Benin's got a very good team.
They've got a good team, but I think the thing with Benin is that they usually struggle. Yeah, but I want to try find how the Congo did in the last AFCON.
They qualified.
Yeah.
The last World Cup for the last AFCON, because I was trying to see as well when I was doing my research yesterday.
They reached the semi-finals in the last AFCON.
See, so they're a strong team. They're very strong.
Benin will probably finish third, I think.
Should we do the predictions or Mark? Do you want to?
I thought Senegal reached.
I think Senegal is the strongest team in this group. As much as we will talk about DR Congo doing well right now and reaching the semi-final the last time, I think Senegal is the strongest team in this group. That's the team to beat. I'm not too sure if the other teams have the attacking power to deal with Senegal because they will have to score goals to beat Senegal. And we know Senegal can do one thing, score goals. So I think that's number one in the group. In my opinion, I think it's a fight for second place between DR Congo and Benin. Even possibly Botswana at dark horse because Botswana recently have been performing very well. They're in form. So they are the informed team, in my opinion. But of course, DR Congo is the second strongest team. And well, Benin, although they might not be a big name in the last AFCON, Benin was one of the most difficult opponents for all the teams they faced. And I think they was in one of the strongest groups. So this one is a competitive group as well.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I think if we look at last AFCON, Benin qualified from not last AFCON, the previous one before, 2022. But then 2022's one. They actually haven't been to an AFCON in a while, Benin. Yeah. And last Benin.
I think the last time Benin was in AFCON was in 2019. They missed out on two AFCONs, yeah.
Two AFCONs, so yeah. Can I Abs, you want to start with the predictions?
Yeah, so tournament, Group D winners will be Senegal, followed by DR Congo, and maybe Benin as third place.
Okay. So I've got DR Congo topping, then Senegal, then Benin.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go for Senegal topping the group, then Congo second, Benin third.
Benin third. Okay. Mark?
I said, yeah, like I said, Senegal first, between DR Congo and Benin for me, for who will be second and third. Of course, we expect DR Congo to be second, but you never know the chip will fall in the game. And I think it'll be a competitive team. So if I have to say third, let me say Benin third, but DR Congo seconds.
Okay. Carl can take this one away, or Abs.
Let me do it.
Okay,
I want to get through this quick, man. Let me do this one. You do the last one. I'm gonna get through these groups quick, man, because I've been there a while now. So Algeria, Faso, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, EG, I'm gonna call them, and Sudan. So do you know what? Looking at this group, you know, I'm instantly looking at Burkina Faso for a start, or maybe Equatorial Guinea, Mark's team. Big up to Mark, obviously, representing EG. I don't know about Algeria these days, you know. Have they got a good team, or they just
qualifiers? Algeria, brother, they already qualified. They played in the group with Spain. Algeria qualified for the World Cup. They played in the group with Spain, brother.
Oh,
yeah,
for the World Cup.
They did.
So they're serious.
Yes.
They are serious.
Yeah, Algeria is a good team.
I know them Algerian ballers, yeah. Them techie ball. I know they got all techie ballers and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Will they be able to do something in this competition though? That's the question. Maybe they're the favorites in this group from some of you guys, but my first, when I look at Burkina Faso, because Burkina Faso got a very good team. Maybe you know what, I'm just gonna predict now, brother. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all of this madness. Yeah, I'm going Algeria and Burkina Faso, 1 and 2, and Equatorial Guinea third. Quick fire.
For me, I a little opposite to you. I looking at Equatorial Guinea and Algeria, and I love Equatorial Guinea performance. Last time I saw them play, and I think that they should be doing well in this tournament. They are a growing nation in African football. So I going with Algeria first and Equatorial Guinea second. I think Burkina Faso got a whole lot to it.
That's a big call for the Equatorial Guinea. But yeah, the thing with Algeria, they usually underperform, but they will probably do well this time, because last AFCON they did absolute nonsense in the last AFCON. They finished bottom of their group, and they were supposed to top it. They were in a group with Mauritania, Burkina Faso, Angola. So yeah, but it seems like they have gotten a bit more bit better. I think a few changes in there. So yeah, I'm gonna go Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, like it is there.
Cool.
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to go for Algeria, top of the group, Equatorial Guinea second, and third is Burkina Faso.
Ooh. Okay, so
big up to El Nini.
Not love for Burkina Faso. Okay, yeah.
I'm agreeing with Mark in my predictions. Man, Mark's are spot on.
Fair enough.
Mark and Kyle, twins.
Tell them. Come on,
Group F, boys. Come on.
Group F. Now, Group F is probably the group of death. I just feel sorry for Mozambique, because they are in that's such a tough group for them. Their defense isn't good as well, Mozambique. So yeah, in terms of this group, there's so many stuff that's going on. This is probably for Gabon. Will serve them Aubameyang's last tournament. Disappointing way. Yeah, disappointing way to go out in the World Cup qualifiers, getting beaten up in extra time by Nigeria. Cameroon, they have no Andre Onana. They haven't called him up, and they have 1 or 2 players missing as well. I think Cameroon. Ivory Coast, they are the defending champions. but
Hold on.
the amount of
Don't Mbomo play for Cameroon? Sorry to.
yeah.
Boom,
he
yeah,
also
No,
plays
bro.
let's
for
go.
Calm
Cameroon.
down. My segment coming. My segment
Okay,
coming.
okay.
So Abomo
Ivory
will play
Coast,
against Ahmad, imagine.
yeah, Ivory Coast. There's so much stuff going on with them
My
behind
team.
the scenes. Of course, champions, defending champions. That's the only
Say it
reason
again.
Ab has chosen them. Um,
Sing out.
so yeah, but so they announced 2 squads. They picked 2 squads, and then of course the official one. I don't know why. What's going on there?
What's the backstory
Yeah,
behind that? What is the backstory behind the 2 squads and all that kind of stuff? Why was there
so
some
the
fallout?
old manager. So last AFCON, the old manager was sacked when they finished third in the group.
Mm.
And then the interim manager went on and won the tournament with them. And I think it's this guy, this old manager of them, Salazar, accepted that he's been sacked. I think that's really the only thing. I don't know, Mark, if you know a bit more about the Ivory Coast situation.
Not too much about the Ivory Coast situation, of course. I know Ahmad and a few other players in the Prem and in France plays for Ivory Coast. I think they're very strong. Of course, they're one of the teams like Senegal for me that knows how to score goals and in any tournament they're playing in, and they show that because they qualify for the World Cup as well. And I think that they are going to be the team to beat in this group. Also, you can't sleep on Cameroon. I think Mbumo is going to be in fine form for Cameroon. I think it's going to be a very interesting encounter for the teams. And it's no issue that Andrew Nana hasn't been called up for Cameroon, because I think his cousin who kept for them in the last AFCON was the better goalkeeper of the two. So I think Cameroon is going to be very strong in this tournament as well. You can't sleep on Gabon because they're showing consistent performances. But yeah, I think the top 2 for this group will definitely be Ivory Coast and Cameroon for me. It'll be a face-off between Ahmad and Mbumo, and of course the young gun facing off against experience and hard work in the Prem. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
And don't forget Yassine Bano, big player.
Big player.
Yeah, big.
So can we do like a prediction for this Group F then? Do you want to go first, Mark?
Yeah, I already went first. I already said for me the top 2 qualifiers is Ivory Coast and Cameroon, and don't sleep on Gabon.
Okay, so Gabon in third then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Carl?
For me, I'm going to go for Ivory Coast. Yeah, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, and Gabon. I think those 3 are the little teams, especially Ivory Coast. They have talented players like Ahmad and a lot of other talented players are playing Premier League and the top 5 leagues. Cameroon, the biggest weakness is Onana. I'm glad they got rid of Onana as their captain and as a goalkeeper. He was letting the national.
But hasn't Onana had a?
team.
Are you talking about the Cameroon's goalkeeper?
No, I'm saying I'm glad that they left. I'm glad that they left Onana out.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah, he has been left out of the. Yeah, so I'm glad they have left him out. Otherwise, if they didn't leave him out, we'll have bottled a lot of points for Cameroon if he
I
started.
thought he's had a good season though with Trabzonspor though this season. I think they're 3rd or 4th or something like that in the league. So I don't know. But
yes, he has had a good season club football, but also like in the World Cup qualifiers, he struggled. He let in petty goals, and I think Cameroon needed to drop Onana in the World Cup qualifiers so that Cameroon can. If they didn't drop Onana in the World Cup qualifiers, love Cameroon without not in the World Cup.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be Ivory Coast first, Cameroon second, and maybe Gabon. Yeah, Gabon third. So That's my prediction there. What about you, H?
I've got Gabon in second, Ivory Coast top, and Cameroon in third.
Okay, so that's the predictions done. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we depart?
We can quickly do the knockouts if you guys want to.
I think that one you can save it for the next stage afterwards.
Yeah, we do another show. I think we should do a banter show as well, you know, about the kits as well, but we can do that somewhere down the line as well, because I'm sure everyone will want to see what the kits look like and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
Hey, Mali are the hardest kit. I'm telling all you know. Mali kit is the best.
Hold on, let me see them. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna talk about that. I'll probably have to get a kit myself, you know. Oh, Mali kit. Oh, what with the bird thing? With the eagle?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's not bad, you know. That is, yeah, that looks alright. You know. Oh, is that Senegal? Nice Mali. No, it looks
Mali
alright.
kit had the eagle across the chest going up.
Yeah, that looks fire, you know. And, yeah. We're gonna do another show about that anyway, people. Yeah, we'll do a separate show maybe on that. But yeah, let's big up the chat as well for joining. We've had some good numbers in the chat today. Big up to all the panelists today. Big up yourself, Kyle, as always. Big up yourself, Mark, each and every time. Man like Hanno as well. Big up to you as well. And you know, we had to have our African, you know what I mean, experts in the chat and in the panelists as well, because my knowledge of African football is not that great. Do you know what I mean? Mark's probably got better knowledge than me, but you learn in it as you go along in it. So, you know, I'm going to learn a lot this tournament, and I'm looking forward to doing the watch alongs with, you know what I mean, whichever panels we choose. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Guys, you got anything to say before we kind of wrap up the show?
Yeah, I think I have something to say. It might be a little bit long-winded, but shout out to Hanno and Kyle, you know, for the collaborations, and big up to you, Waffledon. Of course, we expect to see there will be more collaborations coming. The likes of After with Vegeta. Of course, you know, maybe Botswana Papi will come through, because he's a Botswana fan, so we'll have that Botswana in-depth knowledge. You know, it have other fans that will probably come in through, Nigerian fans like Drex and these guys. You know, shout out to each and every one of them. And big up to everybody watching, you know, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to bring this to you guys. And, you know, Hanno and Kyle and Waffledon, well, in good hands. You know what I mean?
100.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Big.
Just quick one before we wrap up. Winners, who do you guys think won it?
Oh, good question. The winners of the tournament, yeah? Boy, I'm going last on this one, you know, because I need time to think. Put Mark in the firing lineup. Put him in the firing lineup straight away. I don't know what you got to say.
I got to be real biased in this early stage. I'm saying Mali had to be contenders. But, you know, I think the big favorites will be Ivory Coast, Senegal, you know, possibly even Cameroon and Nigeria. But yeah, I will put them 5 had to be contenders for me. South Africa, I think they're in a difficult group. They may or may not come out of that group. They had to look for it. Hopefully they do well. You know, they're already qualified to the World Cup, so I don't know how much energy they have towards this tournament right now. The minds could be focused on preparation for a World Cup, you know. So you never know what could be happening there. And that's my prediction there.
Yeah. So for me, my predictions is I think South Africa will win the AFCON.
Hey, Kyle.
You know he's blazing H there, you know. He's blazing H. Look at him.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
You know Kyle's wicked, you know. I tell you now, because he's gonna build you up, yeah. But the minute you come out the gate, he's gonna kill you with it, bro.
He's building me up, yeah.
This brother, I know what Kyle's like, you know.
He's building me up.
No, it's all love. It's all love. Yeah, so
he said we will top the group. Now he's saying we will win. I see. I see. But come on,
so I think favorite is South Africa. If South Africa is an amazing squad, balanced squad, youth, everything of that team chemistry. That the squad here that I can say that are used to playing with each other through club football, national team football. So it's like a kind like a continuation for them. Whereas other squad they'll have to adjust. South Africa that's taking their local players to Morocco. So that I think the favorites here. If it's not South Africa, then the other teams like I don't think Ivory Coast will win it back to back. That would be hard. I think teams like DRC Congo, teams like Nigeria, and teams like
Pick a winner, no, man. Just pick one winner, man. One winner, please.
yeah, I said South Africa.
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
For me, I would love to say we're gonna win it, but I think because it's in North Africa, I think we'll have a bit of
Respect
problems. With North Africa, and we all know what it's like. So I'm gonna go Morocco as host. I think too good of a squad. You have to back them to qualify.
You know, I was thinking the same thing as well. You know, I'm thinking between Morocco and Nigeria. I think Nigeria, they've got a lot to prove in this tournament, especially the way they crashed out of the World Cup as well. I think there's going to be, you know what, I'm going to say Nigeria. That's what I want to say. Nigeria win this tournament.
The thing with Nigeria, they are always so close to the finishing line, then something happens.
I don't know if Nigeria won it, but fair enough.
It's like a curse for Nigeria. They're so close. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're so close to the finishing line, then some juju happens, and then
you keep
the
fit, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but they're always so close. Then they don't win it.
Yeah. Anyway, H, you wanna?
Yeah.
Outro?
Mark, wanna? Yeah, Mark. I don't know if you wanna shout out your socials there.
I don't even know if he's here.
Okay.
Mark?
But Carl?
Yeah, I can shout out my socials. So big up to everyone who joined the stream. Big up to Waffle, the quote. Big up to Hano, the latest South African man. And big up to the chat for keeping the interaction lively. Big up to everyone. All of you are legends here. And yeah, long live African football, long live the banter, long live everything. And yeah, so I'll be doing more of these shows with Hano, Waffle. So my social media account is my YouTube channel is Football Overseas, where I do watch alongs, match previews, transfer analysis, and all other stuffs. And then my Instagram is underline F4 2019, F4 YT 2019 underline. Then my Facebook is Football Overseas. TikTok is So yeah, that's all. And I like to see whether South Africa will bottle it or not. Because if South Africa is knocked out of the group stage, I know I'm coming for you, and I'll find you. I'll be here in the round of 16.
You'll need to book a flight to South Africa to find me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You South Africa is knocked out. I'll come and haunt you in the round of 16, Slim.
But yeah, as for me, just Anu Sports Hub on all socials. We have Abs, we have Carl. People, this wouldn't have been possible without this guy, Buff, like this guy. So
who's this guy? Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. He's just calling you this guy.
I don't need no big ups, bro, man.
So
Nah. Don't say that, man.
subscribe to him. Subscribe to Carl.
Let me pick up Mark as well quickly.
Yeah? Me right now.
Yeah, let me pick up Mark quickly as well.
Yeah, Mark.
Big up Mark as well.
Mark.
MUFC, going to be doing a lot of work with him. His social is in the chat right now. Please make sure you subscribe to Mark. Mark is big in this industry, and he's a real good guy. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He knows his football. So, you know what I mean? You say without me, but without all of us, without the creator, yeah, none of this is possible. So big up to everyone, and big up all the legends in the chat as well.
Well, if you want to find if you want to find beautiful girls, go to Cape Verde. You'll find beautiful girls in Cape Verde.
This guy knows, isn't it? He's been there, isn't
it? He knows.
I'm not saying for the passport bros who are looking for beautiful ladies to marry. Go to Cape Verde, you'll find a wife there.
Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up then. There.
Yeah.
Be up, everyone.
And see you soon. See you soon.
Yeah.
See you for the first game, Morocco versus Comoros. Yeah. Make sure you're there, and it's on the 21st, I believe, isn't it? 21st of December.
Yeah, 21st.
Yeah.
See you then, people.
Big up, man.
Cheers.